Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpiolo here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. Today we're going to be talking about the evolution of the Black Ops Nuketown Easter eggs. Big thanks to my buddy DK Dynamite for sharing me some of the footage in this video. His channel will be linked down below. Anyways, since the map's initial conception in the original Black Ops back in 2010, 10 years ago now, every iteration of Nuketown featured in every Black Ops release has featured a special Easter egg for shooting the heads off all the mannequins on the map in under 2 minutes, and the newest iteration, Nuketown 84 that just released in Black Ops Cold War, is absolutely no exception. We're going to run through all 5 versions of this Easter egg to show how it's changed over time, starting off with the most recent one since I'm sure it's the one you came here to see. As a whole, I absolutely love this version of Nuketown. The map's aesthetic is just gorgeous. They've really gone all out with the middle of the desert feeling as if this is somewhere travellers go to hide for refuge. The random little details trek of scattered everywhere across this map just goes a long way to building up that storyline and making you believe as if a lot of people have been here over time and now it's deserted. The map's visuals really stand out as possibly the best yet and really fitting of the first next gen version of this map. They've really stuck with the 80s theme here as well with the Easter egg, as shooting off all the mannequin heads will place the players randomly into one of 2 special vision modes that match the game's vibrant 80s theme. One will offer a cool Matrix inspired green and black look to the map and the players that Matrix fans are sure to be a fan of, and the other will create a gorgeous purple and blue neon kind of effect. Personally, I'm more of a fan of this one of the 2, but I really just think it's absolutely awesome. We also have this map coming to the Zombies Onslaught mode, but I believe that'll be a separate video that I'll be posting a little bit later on today after this one, where you can go up against hordes of zombies travelling around the Nuketown map. Absolutely a ton of fun. Granted, I'm slightly disappointed to see how basic the result of this map's Easter egg is after the insanity that we saw with Black Ops 4 that we'll move into right now. Black Ops 4's Nuketown Easter egg really just took things to another level. The ground would literally open up into a missile silo where a nuke was launched, a portal would open in the sky, and mannequin zombies came raining down to try and kill you. I mean, that just took things to a different level with Call of Duty, and that might go down as one of the biggest in-game events in the entirety of Call of Duty history, so seeing Treyarch downgrading to just a cool vision mode in Cold War seems a bit disappointing. Black Ops 4 Nuketown really is absolutely awesome. It's probably the most visually distinct version of Nuketown as it took Nuketown to the Cold War. Odd I know given that it's the future, but we'll go with it. It took the game to a Russian version which was covered in snow, and this was just such a departure from what we're used to from Nuketown, and I think it's awesome they tried something new, even if it doesn't quite land for me and I really prefer the classic. This is the only game with a whopping 3 versions of Nuketown. Obviously we have the multiplayer Russian inspired version, we've got Nuketown Island also featured in Blackout, expanding out Nuketown to an entire island with more houses and a full underground bunker for good measure. Along with this, the penultimate Ether Zombies map found in this game, Alpha Omega, is actually a Nuketown remake with the addition of some parts from Blackout, like the bunker, but that map's trash anyways, it's basically just a street, so we'll just say this game has 2 versions of Nuketown and move on to Black Ops 3. Now the Black Ops 3 version of Nuketown, or Nuk 3town as many call it, obviously had to be different to the others as the only game on this list set in the distant future with boost movement and jetpacks. This version had to obviously adapt to suit that game's mechanics, and it did so following a similar colour palette aesthetic to past iterations, but with the addition of plenty of extra walls added around the sides of the map to let players take full advantage of the wall running features of the game. This map actually had not 1, but 3 different main Easter eggs, along with a special limited time one back in 2016, which we'll get to in a minute. So if you follow the normal method of shooting the heads off all the mannequins, it will actually turn them into zombies who will run around and try and kill you. Absolutely awesome, right? The second version is achieved by shooting all the arms off all the mannequins instead, and this will still bring them to life as zombies, but will instead feature a little reference to Doctor Who's Weeping Angels, where they'll still try and kill you, but only when you're not looking at them. Otherwise, they just completely freeze. And finally, there's a third version of this, where you shoot the arms and the heads off. This will actually have the same effect as the second one, but the mannequins will continually spawn in overwhelming numbers. This map actually had an ending cutscene that would show the nuke going off and Nuketown going offline. However, in a limited time Easter egg for the reveal of Infinite Warfare back in mid-2016, it would actually show the Settlement Defense Front spaceship fly over the map during the cutscene, which was just an awesome crossover, and videos would even play on some of the screens around the map with some little teasers towards that game's campaign. This was just a really cool way to market that game in my opinion, even if granted from a story perspective it makes little to no sense. An interesting little fact about the Black Ops 3 Nuketown is this version of the map is the only one without a secret tunnel to drive the RCXD outside the map. Just a little random fact there. I guess it's because this game's HCXD flies, so it really has no need for that. I think they did a great job at adapting Nuketown to a totally different set of game mechanics, because they could have easily just not brought it back at all, but they did, and arguably it's one of the best versions. Let's step back a few years to what many people consider the best version of Nuketown, and what I'm sure for many was their first version of the map, Nuketown 2025 from Black Ops 2. This is what took Nuketown from just being one of the many awesome maps in Black Ops 1 to being a staple of the Black Ops series. If Treyarch made a Black Ops game without Nuketown now, there would be riots. That, along with the iconic Zombies mode, have just become a huge part of the Treyarch formula to make a great game. Everyone loves a fast-paced, high-action map, and that's exactly what Nuketown is. Anyways, this is a really cool version of the Easter egg. Shooting all the mannequins here in 2025 will actually unlock an Atari arcade machine on the Nuketown sign in the middle of the map. That's right, a fully interactive gaming console within the gaming console that actually makes classic Activision games fully playable in-game. Granted, some of these are a nightmare to control, but it's just awesome and really cool. They even give the player a controller to hold and make his hand all pixelated to fit the classic theme. Some of these games are actually really hard to play. My personal favourite was one where you fly a jet, shooting helicopters and boats, collecting fuel. Really cool, simple minigame. Not gonna lie, I really struggle to get the hang of some of these to get the footage. Personally, this is my favourite Nuketown map. I just have so many memories with Black Ops 2 and this map, the classic split screen 1v1s. Black Ops 2 actually has another Nuketown with the Nuketown Zombies map in the game as well. The fact they included Nuketown twice in this game after just one version of it having come before really shows how much they learned from Black Ops 1 that people love this map. Finally, we made it back to where it all began, with the original Nuketown. Many don't know that the idea for Nuketown actually came from David Vonderhaar himself, who now holds a very big role at Treyarch, where he was actually inspired by the Nuketown visited in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and he came into work the next day after watching it, pitched the map, and it was so small and simple that the team managed to make it in just a couple of days, and surprisingly, it launched to be a huge fan hit, and since then, it's been demanded back every time that it's Treyarch's turn to make a game, and it's probably the most played and most recognised map in the entire Call of Duty series, and this map started the Easter egg trend before Easter egg and zombies were even a huge thing. This map's Easter egg was really simple. It would just play a Rolling Stones song through the speakers around the map, Sympathy for the Devil. Sadly, I obviously can't play the song due to copyright, but it's a really cool Easter egg that fits the map nicely. Without this one, Call of Duty and Treyarch would probably not be where they are today. Big thanks to Guru Kid HD for the footage on this one, as I was sadly unable to get it. This is probably actually the hardest Easter egg of the lot. There's just so many mannequins, there's ones that spawn outside the map, and you really need multiple people to do it. And that, guys, is going to wrap up this little evolution of Nuketown video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Call of Duty content. And yeah, I'll see you on more Black Ops Cold War videos. Bye!